And quality and background, that's one of the and then figure out here's where you're
What's up with Brandon, man? Can on mute, bro. I got a feeling it's gonna be a light call today. But we're still connected. There's Martin. Got the gang still connected to the audio. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's good?
Oh yeah, light day, just chilling. Right now, just had a little break. There go Brandon. There you go. What's up, man? I've been hitting you up, B. What's up with B?
Damn, I've been busy, dude. Now, like I was busy with cause I started school this week.
Oh, where? How's that been?
Damn, it's been pretty busy, dude. Like since I have a pretty big schedule now, I have to be on the computer like for 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a busy schedule.
Yeah, it's because I'm taking more units this semester.
Oh yeah? You gonna be done early, it sound like.
Yeah, that's the goal, dude. Just so I can start to see what's up after college. So what's
Oh
up with
yeah,
you?
bro.
How have you been?
Shit, locked in, loaded, you feel me? Just working to make this project better. Um oh, my camera's on. Working to make this project better and just introducing new things, just new shit, you know. So it's cool. I'm good. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Every day I got opportunity to do that. It's a good day. So I'm just working with it and accepting that. Shit's challenging, but it's a good challenge to have. It's a good challenge to be in front of and leading and ready to figure this shit out. So what about Martin? How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, bro. You already know how it is, bro. Just getting this bread. Feel me?
Bro, been over there working, driving them big trucks, eh?
That's right, bro. Dropping them gears. You already know how it is.
Yes, sir. He said driving them gears. You ain't a driver, bro. You just got lucky one time, bro. One time, all right?
All right, bro. Whatever you say.
Uh,
Everybody witnessed it, bro.
it's cool, Big Martin. You take that dub, bro. It's cool.
That's all I do is take dubs, bro. I took 0 L's. Cause that's the type of nigga that I am. You feel me?
Hero L's. You're not gonna dig it. Shut up, Martin. Nah, I'm playing.
My boy need a haircut, bro. You need a cut.
Man, I know. I know. I'm getting wolf on these on it. At this point in time, it's wolf mode. It's like really just getting locked and loaded and getting serious. I'm not really tripping on like my appearance right now. You know what I'm saying? I
feel you,
look
bro.
cool, you know, when I dress whatever, but yeah, right now I'm wolf mode, bro. You're gonna see me get beard a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? Until I get back to LA, I plan to go back to Vegas from here. I'm in the Bay, so
You at Rich's place?
yeah, I've been here for like a week now working on some shit.
Tell my boy
But
Rich, I said, "What's up, bro?"
hell yeah, he's not here, he stepped out, but when he comes back, you already know. You know, it's a great time for a smoke break. Hey, we got more people. Got Pac-Man. Hey, y'all, Pac-Man coming through. Got Lex on the call. These are two newest uh members of Gen 1. I don't even say Hodlers anymore. I just say Gen 1 at this point because this shit getting big, bigger than big. You feel me? But I did write down a few key points. Last year, I didn't think that this was gonna be a call that a lot of people was going on. For some reason, I just had a feeling. Like when I woke up, I'm like, I don't feel like everyone's gonna come in the call today, but it's all good. Uh, a few notes I have been taking just in my research. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm rolling a joint. I'm like trying. I'm like, man, let me be professional. But it's just looking at me. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna roll this shit. But I'm gonna put it down.
My boy Wiz
Wow.
Khalifa, bro. You cannot roll joints. That's not in your department.
Hey, Martin, you are a true like hater.
Stop, bro. I'm playing, bro.
No, I'm playing with you, bro. I'm playing.
My boy
What's up with
looking like
Lex
Kid
though?
Cudi.
Hey, back Pac-Man. What's up, my guy?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Shit.
I'm about to roll up too.
Come on, Lex. Come on now. I'm just running some slight for the call. I want to show you guys. Well, today's not really like a show call, but just going over some of the things like I'm studying and implementing. But different things with APIs, keys, and just creating our DApp so that we can like, you know, have our shit minted through our own server opposed to constantly using OpenSea and shit and paying the ridiculous ass gas fees. But in due time, like I don't want I kind of like I feel like weird when it comes to this kind of this situation and being in the position I'm in right now because it's like I love to tell people shit like not even against the people I'm telling, but it's just like sometimes it increases like the people's level of expectation, like you know, a time or like then it might go from doing it right to doing it completely fucking, you know, butt face wrong, and then you know, fucking it up. But there's a lot of things that are getting cooked right now that I left off the roadmap for starters because there's just a lot of people like there's a lot of people watching us now, even with us having to start a new page. I could tell you guys about a lot of different things that happened, but just in the last like 30 days, our first supper, our DTD first supper artwork was not necessarily stolen, but stolen. Recreated, like they did their thing, it's cool. But like people are watching us now, so it's like it's not a matter of oh we're big, popping, famous because we're not, but people people will buy our shit and like they could be in a better position to make it happen sooner. And next thing you know, is there like it happened sooner. So just leaving some of that stuff from being public. So I wrote it down here to make sure I talk about on this call, but a few different things, right? So I want to break down again why NFTs are so fucking crazy, right? Because I was listening to different, you know, interviews. And I listen to different spaces, but this is just an example I got, right? And tell me this isn't fire, but this is from Gary V, by the way, Gary Vaynerchuk, and he says people buy vases and expensive miscellaneous home decor to hold for life, right? And then he goes on to compare that to, but people buy Beanie Babies, you know, the fucking toys and shit from like Target and shit, because they're $5 and they sell for 15. So like when he was talking about this, excuse me, my bad, y'all. I've been smoking a lot of backwoods. It's like the roll a joint. But while I was talking about this, he was breaking down how there's the reason why, remember we had a last call, 99.8% of the NFC projects today are destined to fail. Why? Because let alone set aside from whether the creator is doing a good job or not is of orchestrating this community. If a community of people are aligned as to whether they're hodling, you know what I'm saying, enjoying perks and just the goods of the community, that's one thing. Now, if a community is aligned on selling for, you know what I'm saying, oh, let's get in on this couple hours, sell it for, you know, a little profit, get back in, sell it, get back in for a little profit. That things like that can just imagine, and this is the next example he went on to use. Just imagine building like, in this case, like what's a building we all know? I mean, that big ass building in Dubai, I forgot the Khalifa building or whatever. But imagine all of us, fuck it, 6 of us. I think it's 6 of us on this call. 6, yep. Imagine the 6 of us are building this Khalifa building. This building is like, I don't even know exactly how in meters and feet, but I think it has like 156 floors or some shit like that. And imagine we start from the bottom, right? But every time we get to, let's do increments of like 15 floors, like 5 for 15, right? Every time we get to every time we build upward 15 floors, we pull from the foundation. So like we just built up 15 floors, but we took off enough brick to make up 1.5 floors. And every time we go up 15 floors, we do the same thing. So like, what do you think happens by the time we get 150 floors up? This shit is crashing. Like, it's not gonna be like solid still. It's gonna be like, oh, ready to fucking fall. You feel me? So when I heard him say that, it made me, I mean, I knew there's a reason why I know I personally listed my dirty thieves for 30, 40, 50 E, because I'm not ready to let them go for real. If somebody really swipes my shit for 30 to 40, 50 E, like, damn, we'd be like, fuck, well, I'm like, well, you know what I mean? But the reason why they are set so high is because it's not, I'm personally not looking to let my dirty deeds go, or I don't think any of you guys should let go of yours, because personally for the next 365 days for certain, go back to the drawing board. My bad. I don't know. But like when it comes down to um uh damn, my bad. That threw me off. What you mean, Joaquin? Let me know what you mean. But what am I about to say? Oh, yeah. So it's cool because what happens when you know, you're gonna have interest, but whether your dirty thief is being bought or building offers, they're all good. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but all in all, being a part of the Dirty Thieves Den, it serves for a community. It's membership based. So you having your dirty thief listed is it's a plus. Why? Because people see you. You understand the value of your thief. Period. That's it. Now, furthermore, it's no telling when someone will you know, make that purchase, because those purchases are being made every day. So, especially in this space. But the whole point of the matter is, one thing I want to make clear for everybody that's at least on the call, when we're continuing to build the community of the den, keep in mind it's only been 3.5 months now. It's like I was 3.5 months now. And if you sold yours, it'd be like, well, damn, oh yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly. But here's the beauty of that though. Like, we don't give away the vision, we just make it inclusive for more people. Because what happens with everyone's position right now, like I told you, if you haven't read the white paper already, go check it out. But everyone that has a dirty thief now, you know, the plan is for all of us to have more than one for specific reasons. But down the line, people are gonna realize that, oh, these were the first. You know what I'm saying? Imagine when people some point down the line, I see, okay, some point down the line when people they realize like, oh, these were the first, or someone buys a dirty thief or buys your dirty thief based on like let's just say Joaquin gets and this is just all theoretical, not egotistical or trying to pump anyone ego is specific, but like let's just say Joaquin buys a Dirty Thief from me, or like I transfer a Dirty Thief that came from my personal wallet, and it's a Dirty Thief that hasn't been on a network, and that story is tagged to the description. So it goes from my wallet to Joaquin's wallet to Brandon's wallet to Marian's wallet to Alexis's wallet, and throughout everyone's wallet, it's still stated that this was a thief that was outside of the mint. It's rare as fuck, and it left the creator's wallet, found its way to Joaquin's, found its way to Brandon's, found its way to Martin's. Now it's in Alexis's shit. So it's like sooner than later, the value is going to come from the fact that your founders, the first 30, the first 60, the first period. So just imagine when right now it's it's easy to look at it and say like, I don't know, I don't think the value's there. Like a lot of people will look at our project and be like, I don't know, I probably have a better outcome buying this or whatever the fuck, and they leave some shit on the table, which is cool. But when a year passed, 2 years passed, like most projects, and people see, oh shit, you've been holding this? Like you had this the whole time? Oh, like you had this one or you had that one? Like, let me get that from you. Like, let me get that from you specifically. That's gonna start happening for us very, very soon. Very soon. I don't doubt that after the relaunch, like it's gonna take more people to just have Dirty Thieves. Like just imagine when there's 60 other people that you don't know holding Dirty Thieves. That's when it gets fucking wicked for real, for real. I didn't want to spill too much on that, but it's just crazy how I fucking get into that shit and I start talking forever. So another thing that I put in was arguing for life. Like you, and this is not something just to like commit you guys to this project, but just in general, looking for other projects. One thing I assessed from the jump was like, we're like, even myself, like I'm looking for other projects to invest in myself, even though my time is heavily vested in this project. It was stated that we're all going to have access. Like this is a funnel, a safe haven for us to put our thoughts together, find out, okay, in the midst of all these fucking projects, right, 99.9% of them are destined to fail, right, quote unquote. We need to put our heads together to find the 0.01% that aren't. So that's what we do here. And one thing to consider is just being if you invest in a project, are you willing to be a part of it for life? Literally. I wrote it down in my notes like a while ago, so I'm just reading it off of my like verbatim. And I'm just like, keep it organic. Like don't hop into a project for greed because you think tomorrow I might make 100 and the next day it might be 200, because sometimes you sell that shit for 200 and the next day it's worth 3,000. So it's like when you go into it thinking of the number, it's like, well, is any number really good enough? It's like trading. When you go into trading and you trade for the number instead of the point, you know what I mean? Well, when you're buying and selling NFTs, you want to buy because you actually like the shit. Again, I know I say that a lot, but I feel like you can't say it enough in this space because it's going to be an interesting roller coaster, to say the least. Whether you're a creator or a consumer, or a trader, buy what you like, sell what you like. You know what I'm saying? I see Chris in the meta. No one, no one is fucking, it's decentralized, right? So no one's here to tell you, oh, you can't do it. I invest in sand, I invest in ETH2, Ethereum, and I invest in a few other things like Tom, right? I invest in these things because I've done my research, I know what's up, or simply because I'm using the shit. So it's like it's just like I buy it because I like it or I'm using it. So it makes sense. Same thing with just the NFT space. Like just want to make that clear too. Not gonna waste so much time on that. Oh, when it comes to derivatives, right? Whatever we do as a group, like as Dirty Thieves, derivatives, like everyone has ownership of their Dirty Thieves. So get me, whether you make shirts, beanies, music, poetry, books, fucking weed packaging, fucking comic books, fucking whatever you make with your Dirty Thief, see it as okay. It might seem like, all right, it does seem like, honestly, when I look at it now, very retrospect, it does seem like you're growing the Dirty Thieves name. No, you are, but no, because essentially when you branch off from Dirty Thief, or you take your Dirty Thief and you say, well, I like how this Dirty Thief looks, and I might have a CryptoPunk and I might have some other assets I own. But what I do, all of them brings attention to what I just created, not where I bought it from. Like mainly, it's about what I just created with what I bought. Fuck where I got it from. Look what I just made. So when that happens, just think about how an ecosystem. Remember, we always talk about the ecosystem. But to create that ecosystem, it's going to take more than just me to drop some dirty thieves, me to drop some dirty wives. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what does Joaquin do with his dirty thief that makes that shit that much more special than the day he bought it? Like, is this motherfucker talking now, or is he a rapper? Is he a poet? Is he inspirational speaker? Is he a smoker? Like, what if you minted different editions of your Dirty Thief, right? But you attach an audio file to where it was you and the homies just smoking mad weed and eating shrooms, talking high shit. It's so much we could do because I don't know. And also, I want to give you guys literally like 10 to 15 minutes to grill me. Let me know if this shit, like, what could be, like, just grill me, hot seat, like, well, you should be doing this and this and this and whatever the fuck. I'm all ears. I got this this joint specifically rolled because I'm ready to be talked about. So, outside of that though, like, I just want everybody to understand that it's an ecosystem we're building. Like, it's not just Dirty Thieves Den. It's just Dirty Thieves Den as long as you keep it as Dirty Thieves Den. Like, as long as the shit looks like it's just a Dirty Thieves Den asset in your wallet, then it is a Dirty Thieves Den asset. But when you take that shit and then people see like, oh, you took some of the information I said, you took some of the information that you have amongst all of us as peers in this whole community, took it and was like, man, let me make some shit. Like Edgar on this call today, but that motherfucker is cooking some shit, boy, oh boy. And people start to see that, they open up to the space, the ecosystem starts to build. Just like how in 2016 there wasn't nearly as many holders of Ethereum as there is right now, hence the price. It was like $1, like probably less, but now it's it's like 2,900 something, fucking my trading account up, but it's all good. I didn't catch the sell, but it's still good compared to 2016. You feel me? So when you think about it, right, what do they always say about if you're feeling skeptical about whether you should hold or not, always go to the year to date. When you look at shit year to date, it gives you that perspective, like, oh yeah, we good, we right where we should be, and we right where we should be. Everyone's just gotta do a little more research, find they niche. Because one thing I'll make clear again, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but you don't have to do it how how we doing it, like how you see us doing that shit right now. Nobody has to do it that way. You could take like some of us are in IM. You could take IM, have a podcast, like, or have how we get on IG Live and we just sit in front of the screen and fucking just give people free content and shit. Like, you know what? Sometimes it's like, let's not make it all free. Let's make it let's actually build a community for people so that, okay, who's really down for you by who's ever heard the saying, you gotta bring equity to me before I fuck with you, by G Perico. If anyone brings equity to you, they fuck with you, because why would they bring equity to you? You get what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, you can easily develop your community, like, who's rocking. So like you can implement that into so many different things with NFTs. Plus in the future, it's so much is going to be used for more than like what we using it right now. Picture it being used for hundreds of different other fucking things. So start thinking a lot bigger with that shit, and start you thinking about ways you can use NFTs in your business like right now, because there's a way for sure. Oh look, and then here's another thing, like what we're doing right now, just basically learning how to trade NFTs now, so that when the time comes to trade and sell your own personal goods, you can as NFTs, like eBay, Amazon. A lot of those companies, quote me, they're gonna switch to NFTs, and you're gonna start buying NFTs, and you're gonna be able to say, oh, I own this asset. And let's say you want to buy a couple more versions of that asset, you can relist that NFT and relist it and start selling it again, even though you didn't have it initially. Like, you bought this NFT from another seller, But since the NFT found its way to your possession, now you can relist that NFT and start selling these things via dropship, e-commerce. Because if you really know how Amazon and eBay works, it's direct to buyer. I feel like so. Not even I feel like I think that's what it's called, but I know for a fact it's like I can be right here and my products can be in Japan and my fucking buyer can be in LA and all that shit can connect without me touching nothing. So imagine what NFTs are gonna do for sellers and buyers in the near future. You know what I mean? Think about what it'll do for concerts. Think about what it'll do for live experiences. You don't have to stick with, oh yeah, let me draw something or let me. It's cool if you can draw, fucking draw, trust me. But if you can't, don't worry. There's a lot of other shit. There will come a time to relist. Why did I write that? Oh, because there's a timer. So look, after 6 months, it's cool because guess what? All our dirty thieves are gonna fall off. And I mean that meaning that it's gonna fall from being listed at 50 ETH to now giving me another opportunity to list it at whatever price I want without having to pay any gas fee to cancel or delist or anything. It's gonna happen by itself on a timer. Man, I gotta actually hit this. So when that happens, we'll have the opportunity to relist. And I wrote this down because then we can build an ecosystem. We don't have to reach when we have shit set in stone. We can start. Okay, all right. I got my dirty thief for 0.14. Let's get it off. Let's put this in someone else's possession for 0.5, for 0.6, for 1 ETH, and giving people the opportunity to actually get into the den because now we're ready to get people in this motherfucker. Like now it's like, okay, we're accepting of let's get some new members in so that we can continue to push forward to our end game, which is slowing down singularity, providing providing a solution for gamers that isn't just meta, like Chris is in the meta right now. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not pro meta, you know what I mean? But it's good because there's gonna be solutions for everyone. And we're creeping in, we're coming up to that point in time. So that was Wolf, I lose train of thought. We used to be all right, yeah, that pretty much broke it down. And then like just other ways to look at NFTs, right? And this is one of the main, there's a last key point before I have you guys hot grill me. But think about how when we pay rent, right? We usually have to pay, let's just say $1,200 up front. This is really low ball, but let's just say our rent's $900 a month. So we're paying $1,200 up front, $900 a month, which could equal sometimes over, $12,000 altogether for the year. But NFTs essentially cancel out that month to month or that one upfront month to month basis or having to pay anything more than once unless you're actually getting something different in return. What I believe NFTs are going to do is they're going to provide an actual a digital experience, not virtual, but digital. So like how we have the lockpick kit, for example, the lockpick kit was created because now we're introducing a new variable to the den. And that variable is 3D models. Why is it so hoorah hooray? Because now, I mean, it was sick in my eyes because when I seen my thief go from 2D to 3D, it felt as if I was that much closer to it. So now people not only see that we're making these transformations, but now they wonder what's next. And if you look at how it's being brought up to the table to you guys, it's transformation number hashtag 01, meaning there's multiple transformations to expect. Whether that happens tomorrow, 2 years, 3 years down the line, as long as you're a holder, there's more variations of your thief to expect. So just like how Bored Ape went from having, one Bored Ape, or no matter how many different Bored Apes you had, they presented the holders an opportunity to take their Bored Ape, introduce a serum, and mutate that Bored Ape. Not once, but 3 different times. And in fact, there's 3 different serums for 3 different costs because they do 3 different transformations. So like it introduces an experience for everyone. Different, like not only is it like, okay, I use my lockpick kit and my dirty thief is 3D, but my dirty thief in 3D looks nothing like Joaquin's dirty thief in 3D. The next step would be, all right, not to bite on Bored Ape, but I would actually be down to see a mutated dirty thief. Like, what would that look like? Or what if instead of a dirty thief, it was a clean thief? Like, what would that look like? just different ideas of what can come out of the other side of this experience we're creating. So those are just different things I have on my mind, like different things I've been studying. Dead Thief. um, this is where the community comes in, though. This is where all of you guys come in, because essentially we're all constantly contributing to this idea. Like, you guys are still here because your belief is there. So as long as you still believe. Faded Thief, exactly. Different variations. Like, there's no, the beautiful thing about Web3 is there's no say so. There's Super Thief, fire. There's so many different variations. I was actually just getting back into code to create a dApp to launch into the network, something that we can call our own. And the beautiful thing about code is, as long as you know the language, there's no limit to what you could create. It can only be corrected. What meaning, like, there is a such thing as being wrong in code and your language not making sense, the same way how some people have broken English, and there's also like broken Spanish, or like, I guess there's that saying that some Spanish you might hear in the street, it's not the same as Spanish you would hear from actual, like hometown Spanish motherfucking people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like just the different variations like that, but all in all, knowing the language presents you with that many more opportunities, like possibilities to create anything, just as like knowing a second language. So like, um before I go any deeper, I do want to open the floor to you guys to share some thoughts as to what you will want to like see, as we're new year, like not anything crazy out the box, but out the box is great, but just some things that we could achieve this year, and some things that, based on the time you have been in the den, some things that you would like to see done better, or just introduced in general. I'm gonna just open the floor, and we got 10 minutes to make that happen. So I'm gonna mute myself, and if anyone wants to unmute, let's make it go.
What's goody? What's goody? Yo, I just want to say, I like, what's up, Joaquin? What's up, Brandon? What's up, everybody? Martin, I love you, bro, but you're trash. I think you know. Alexis, what's up? Ron, thank you for coming on here and making this meeting happen, bro. We all appreciate you. We all see the work that you're putting in. I just want to say, I like the layout of the white pages. I know it's called white pages, but if I were making it myself, I'd make it pop more. I don't know if it's supposed to just be white, but I would make it. I would make it pop more. I don't know if that's against the rules for white papers. And then there were just like there were just some grammatical errors and some spelling errors. I don't know. I know that, like, obviously it's just the community that we have right now. And that's 1.4 or whatever it is. But if you ever need help with anything like that, I definitely like saw some things where, like, I'm not gonna be fucking pompous and be like, you misspelled this and you didn't do grammar right. But, like, it's people are gonna be looking at that eventually, so we need to make sure that we're spot on with that. I just noticed a couple things, like, okay, in the beginning, like, it wasn't much spelling, it was more grammar. I just felt like, hold on one second, I'll pull it up. Let's see. Yeah, so many freaking Telegram chats. I don't know if I'm right in this, but in the beginning it says Dirty Thieves is an ERC 1155 non-fungible token project which rests. Shouldn't that be rests currently on the ETH network? Because that just I feel like that sounds right. And then, like, bro, like, I just saw a couple things. Like, I read through the whole thing and, like, I liked everything it was about. But if you want me to go through and, like, mark anything that, like, I thought was, like, maybe could be tinkered with, I definitely can. And then you can obviously use your own discretion. But there are a few things that I saw, but I can definitely bring those to your attention. Like, if anybody else has anything. looking at you as 30. It looks like a clean guy.
You're doing the damn thing on. Honestly, every call you're getting like more and more gems and more nuggets and value for this NFT shit. And it seems like you're doing a lot of it by yourself. So good shit, bro. Just want to say big ups. Big thanks coming thanks to you.
And Ron, you already know you're not. I mean, anything we can do, bro. Let us know. We're here for it, bro. You already know anything you need, bro. I got you.
Yeah, kind of just sitting here waiting. So whenever you need help with something, I'm like, I be sitting here sometimes and I'm like, am I the only one that's not doing anything with my NFT? Like, am I the only one that's just like sitting here waiting for something to happen? I mean, Edgar's doing shit, you already know, but like, I hope I'm
Edgar's
not
going
the only one.
ballistic. Nah, you're good though. I mean, it's
That's
no,
all.
there's no rush. Like there's one thing you can't teach, and it's creativity, but that doesn't knock any person. It's just like I'll tell you right now, like I've been able to write the fuck out of this paper and do some other things, but when it comes to actually just getting back into creating something new, it's been hard. Like, it's been harder. It's been hard to step back into that. But like like I said, it doesn't have to be a drawing, which is why I'm actually just interested into, and I don't want to do it solo, because I know that a lot of us are looking into creating different things, but excuse me, shit, when it comes to this ecosystem, like there's so much that you can do, bro, that you can create. Like, bro, if you can draw grass, you can dead ass say this is dirty grass. And if our ecosystem lives up to the name, somebody's gonna need grass somewhere, and you're gonna have a full fucking supply for the demand. Like, you just have to be positioned right in the ecosystem. But just picture it, like in an ecosystem, there's birds, there's bears, lions, there's buildings, there's businesses, there's politics, there's governance, there's
Just supply and demand,
people.
basically.
Yeah, it's literally supply and demand, bro. You gotta find the demand and then create the supply. It's just like having a token. Like the beastie way to create a token is to find where there's a lack of demand, create the demand, and then create the supply. So that's why I'm taking it slow on creating the token, because we don't have a demand for it. There's only fucking 40 of us tops, and we're not millionaires. So it's like not, there's not much we can really do with a coin right now. So, but when, for someone that has a network of, a couple thousand, different millionaires, or a couple different billionaires, and they get together and they say, oh yeah, let's drop this coin, or let's drop this NFT project. And with this project, we're gonna make sure that there's this and that, like all this shit. It's gonna be way, obviously it'd be way, well, I won't say smoother, but it'd be different than starting without that network, So, but all in all, you can create all that shit, bro. All this stuff. It's just a matter of time and uh patience, seeing it through. Like both of those things. And I see your question too, Brandon. Like, why I try to keep under 10 pages, because like I said, I told Akeem, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just because reading, like, you don't want people to get bored. It's to be straight to the point. Like, the white paper is just to, like, the questions you guys asked before we became hodlers together. This white paper is to just answer that shit. It doesn't have to be, what I'm saying, handsome or pretty or cute, or like some, don't get me wrong, they have all like kind of different things going on, but most are black ink on white paper, just breaking down, this is the project, it's this, it exists here, here's a problem that we see, and it's the solution that we're going with to solve that problem. Boom. So like, that's why it's just the right now it's fucking 17 pages. So then you can kind of see why you're not seeing me now, but I've been pulling my hair. A little bit, but like the whole idea is for it to just be sweet, concise, to the point, because when it comes down to funding, like, you know what I mean? Like, we want to continue to get that 5% going. We want to have our royalties right. We want to have our assets cleared and minted correctly. They've been minted correctly, but like, as we get deeper and deeper into the space, we want them embedded. Like, we want our shit to be coded from a source and, you know, done, you know, with everything considered, we want that shit just done tip top shape. You know what I mean? So it's gonna come a time when we do that. And when that time comes, a lot of the shit we're doing now, like there's not gonna be a private transfer or like I'm paying gas fees and shit. Like you guys got like the good, I see you put that butter on that steak, y'all got that good butter on a steak right now, you feel me? But when others come, like it's because it's gonna be, oh, when the fees are paid for public mints, that shit goes towards our royalties. Like that shit goes towards what we see as holders. Like that shit equates to our project being seen as verified, validated, you know what I'm saying? Logistics cleared, everything good through Ether. No, there's no one can say shit about it after that. So it's like that's what we want going into this year. So the white paper being under 10 pages is just to keep it to a point. So it's like I can go on and talk another hour about this shit, pretty much. The white paper, I shouldn't be doing that shit. But Joaquin looks faded as fuck. It looks like he just popped 3 shrooms and smoked 30 woods. Fucking Martin is being fucking driver over there. Hey, also just stay locked in with you guys. We got less than a minute, but copy your lock kick pits. I said that shit wrong. Copy your lock kick picks, lock pick kicks. Damn, lock pick kit. Copy your lock pick kit. Yeah, we're gonna up it, bro. Each one's gonna be for a new upgrade, and they'll get better over time. But this is just the first run, and the first transformation is going 3D. So I look forward to seeing everybody 3D on that shit.
Hey Ron, I appreciate you, bro. For
Hell
doing
yeah,
this,
it's
bro.
good.
All the information that you drop, bro, is so valuable. Kind of, forces all of us to do our research. That way we can all understand a little bit more about NFTs, since we're all pretty